Welcome back my dear future entrepreneur friends. In this video, I'll discuss how to become a successful entrepreneur. Have you ever imagined, what was that extra special, in those entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs, or Thomas Edison, that they had been considered as a successful person? The only difference between an entrepreneur, and a common man, like you are some beneficial traits. Here, I am sharing some traits that every entrepreneur, has in his character. First trait, positive thinking. Positive thinking is one of the greatest traits a person can possess. But what do you actually mean by positive thinking? It is the way of looking at circumstances and things positively. For example, a half-filled glass of water may seem half-empty to you, but it seems half-filled to a positive thinker. Many scientists are still trying to find the secrets of this universe and putting new theories and speculations in front of us. It's their positive thinking that would be inspiring them to keep researching this vast universe, which is still expanding. Second trait, go-getter attitude. An entrepreneur never misses a chance that comes into his life. We all are like a cowardly boy who always sees a greener grass on the other side of the bank of the river, but never tries to pass the river. You must have a go-getter attitude to grab every single opportunity of becoming successful in your life. Third trait, self-motivator. You must be a self-motivator and never give up in any difficult situation. It is a common notion of every human being that he took a negative approach in many circumstances and doesn't get successful because of this demotivating nature. Give confidence to yourself that you are going to achieve whatever you need in your life. Never give up until and unless you meet failure. Otherwise, how could you justify your success from failure? There are many great personalities in this world who have faced failure several times in their life. But their self-motivational trait never lets them give up in life. For example, the great President of the USA, Mr. Abraham Lincoln, who has failed the senatorial elections many times before finally winning and then becoming the president. He would have been motivating himself for every failure in the senatorial elections that gave him power to stay. Fourth trait, determination. Determination is the most common trait that every single entrepreneur needs in his life for success. Without determination, you may be just like a withered plant that would never become a tree. There are many things in your life that you won't get in the first chance. For instance, suppose that you want to pass an interview for a job, but you are failing. Then, don't give up, and make more efforts with determination. I am sure you'll become successful once you become determined to your success and achievement. Have you ever imagined what motivated Edison to keep trying to invent the light bulb, in spite of failing for around 2,000 times? Yes. That was determination, and you too must show that kind of determination in your life. Fifth trait, keep your learning curve high. You must keep learning to win that seat of the CEO in your company. Many people give up learning after getting some satisfactory job, but you must understand that you must keep learning to cope with the circumstances. Learning is an ongoing process that never ends. Do you know what makes the CEO of Tesla, Mr. Elon Musk, great? It is his great learning curve and zeal to achieve something. Despite being the CEO of $2 billion companies, Tesla and SpaceX, he never stops to read books and keep his learning curve high. He was an average student during his college education, but now thousands of toppers are working under his guidance and leadership just because of his zeal for learning and reading. Today, there are many jobs that need proper learning like software, banking, business administration, etc. You have to learn to add new skills in your resume to grab a high-paying job in these fields. Sixth trait, never scare from the competition. The population of this world is growing at a rapid rate, and it's becoming daunting to cope with this situation. Every second, your new competitor comes into this world, and you must accept this fact. Never scare from competitions, and never give up in any competitive situation. Earlier, when people thought that the earth is flat, Some audacious voyagers had gone out in the sea to find out the truth. It was their courage that brought them back to the same place where they had started, and we came to know that the earth is actually round. If you think you cannot achieve your dreams just because you are an average student or employee, then think again, because there are many examples of great people like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and even Albert Einstein, who were also average in their learning and education. 7th trait, take some risks. Risks are mandatory in many fields of today's industry for becoming successful. Risk is not directly connected to financial risk. It may be connected with risk of outcomes or revenues. Today, there are many great entrepreneurs in the market who took risks in launching something new and innovative. For example, who would have thought that a small company like Facebook, which was developed for communicating between college friends, would become a conglomerate of many other giant companies in the software industry? Another largest e-commerce company, Amazon, was built in a small car garage by its founder. Now, it has become the largest e-commerce company in the world. So, if you think that you are not going to achieve something because it's risky, then you can stop watching this video from this point. 8. Building a high level of confidence. You would always fear from facing a hall full of audiences in front of you. You would have told your organizer that it's not my cup of tea, and I cannot deliver a speech in front of an audience. You would not be able to sing a song in front of your friends or girlfriend. But now it's time to change and brush up your level of confidence. Remember, it's now or never. It is the abnormal fear of human beings that stop them to do something they are not confident with, like giving a lecture, singing, or talking with a beautiful girl. If you want to become a flamboyant leader in your life, you must get rid of your abnormal fear. So, what abnormal fear is? A human being has to face two types of fears: normal fear and abnormal fear. Normal fear is like an alarm system that tells us to stay away from dangerous situations. Normal fear is a crucial attribute of human beings that alerts us to dangerous situations and quandaries. Have you ever imagined in your life that how you become alert when a speeding car is coming towards you, and then you suddenly jumped away from being crushed by that car? This is our normal fear, which is mandatory for every human being to live a normal life. Abnormal fear is a fear that stops us from achieving what we want to become in our life. You would have also realized that whenever you prepare for your speech, some fear brings perspirations in your body, and your heart becomes palpitating. The fear of facing thousands of listeners in front of you, and standing in front of them to give a speech, brings this abnormal fear. Many people cannot get rid of this fear, just because they don't know that the reason behind their perspiration is only an abnormal fear. Some people develop this abnormal fear so deep inside their subconscious mind that they never come out of it. Let me tell you an exciting story in this constraint. Once there was a globe-trotter who lost his way home in a dreadful forest. He became anxious to look for his way home. He walked many miles in the forest, but didn't find a place to exit. He became too tired of walking, and then finally, he lay down near a big tree. A lion was also passing by through that way in the forest. He was also too tired, because he had chased a deer to hunt, and missed. He saw that man lying beside a tree. He thought, "Voila! God has listened to my request today, and sent this big man for my lunch. But I am tired, I will sleep near him, and then I will kill and eat him when he wakes up." He also laid at some distance near him, hiding inside a bush, so that the man couldn't see him. But the man was watching lion's every move, with half-closed eyes, and didn't scare. He kept acting to sleep, and when the lion fell asleep, he slowly stood up, and vanished away. So, this globe-trotter didn't let his abnormal fear control his senses, and get away from such a lethal situation. So, what do we learn from this story? Simple. We are just like that lion, who never grabs the incoming opportunities, just because of our overconfidence. We must behave like that man who got rid of his abnormal fear, and saved his life from the lion. Ninth trait, facing failure as a part of life. A famous French fashion designer Coco Chanel once said, "Success is most often achieved by those who don't know that failure is inevitable." If you also believe in this statement, then face failure as part of your success. It's mandatory to find out our positivity, and it doesn't matter, even if you are failing. Today, nobody should ask Michael Schumacher, Tiger Woods, or Sachin Tendulkar their university grades, because they have already attained the zenith of their success. 10th trait, become adaptable to the consequences. You must understand that you may never know your future. There is no way to know your future, or if somehow you know it, then I am sure it will change. There is something called quantum realization, and no one can change it. So, it's better to adapt to the present consequences. If you are facing some problem in financing, then give it some time. Some famous entrepreneurs know how to adapt to the present situation. For example, when Steve Jobs was not getting any more ideas, then he went to India, and wandered along some of the religious places of India. Then, he got enlightenment, and got an idea to launch a great company like Apple. So, this was the detailed video on how to become a successful entrepreneur. If you loved this video, then please like it, give a comment, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and bell icon. This will let you watch our videos instantly whenever they are uploaded on our channel.